Sup, witches? Okay, so this is Celeste here with the 13 Moons, 13 Runes full moon ritual with the Coven, the Silver Cord. This is for the full moon in Taurus on November 12th, 2019. Taurus, of course, is ruled by Venus. We have a lot going on with this moon. We have a lot bringing in the main planets that are also affecting us with this moon and affecting on this moon is Saturn, bringing in some strength and patience. But it brings also in, if you're going to have strength and patience, make sure that's with people that have earned your loyalty and deserve you to give them strength, and they deserve you to give them patience. Don't just use that to let people bowl you over, because it's always, you got to bring it up. It is Mercury Retrograde, and it is Scorpio season, so people got their stingers out, so be mindful of that. Who else do we got? We got Neptune bringing in some material gains. Neptune is a lot of water energy that can wash away a lot of blockages that you've been having if you are ready to release them, and that can open you up to a lot of spiritual gains this month if you allow it to. With Pluto coming in, your psychic perceptions, those of us that have any type of clairvoyance or claircognizance or any type of gifts like that, your gifts will be heightened. Though, like I said, with Mercury retrograde and the pressure being brought down on us throughout this month, those gifts can cause you to get very triggered very easily. So watch out for that. Mars is coming into play too, bringing in more strength, more energy, more of that transformative energy. So with all these things here, with these blockages, and releasing and all that, and finding healthy ways of doing those things for yourself so that you can get yourself more into a balanced place. Frustrations are going to be very easy, so, you know, some people count beads on a bracelet or something along those lines for like road rage or instant, just so you have something you can do where you're at, so you don't let this Mercury retrogrades are a time where we are meant to face challenges. You're never going to be able to avoid challenges. We all get different challenges. But there's something about Mercury when it passes by. It's the messenger planet, and it amplifies a lot of things that are bothering you, and it makes you easily triggered. And it also, because you're easily triggered, it makes you easily manipulated. So it makes it very easy for people to manipulate you back into old cycles. And if you want to break old cycles, you got to go about things a new way. You can't keep responding the exact same way you always have been. The whole point of all of this is to evolve past that. The main messages that I got coming through while I was researching this moon is stick to your healthy routines. I know I even had that in last month's spell kit lunar lineup stuff. Was make sure you don't get triggered or you don't get distracted or whatever challenges this retrograde brings for you. Make sure that it doesn't knock you off track of any healthy routines or anything like that that you set into play over the last couple of months. Keep up with that. Keep going. You're supposed to plateau out. If this is a health thing for a lot of people, I know a lot of people got into this to get healthy. I know that's why I did it. So, you know, plateauing happens. You know, you just got to kind of get through it. Do what you have to. Don't push yourself till you hurt yourself. But don't let go of it completely. It takes a long time to form those habits, and it's very easy to break them. Follow your heart. Listen to your heart chakra. Listen to your intuition. And sing, dance, and play. If you are stressed out all the time, you're just going to be carrying that vibration. I had a big conversation with one of my friends about the number game with 1111 and 222, and me and my friends have our code, which is 143, which is an old beeper code from the early 90s for I love you. So whenever we see that, we take pictures and we send it to each other. And these are just all things, and it doesn't matter what any of it means to you, but if you have something in your mind where you see a number synchronicity, and it lights you up a little bit, and it gives you that little dopamine hit of, oh yeah, I'm on the right path, and secures you back into what your intentions that you were setting. That's all it needs to do. That's what it's supposed to do. And it's fun. I don't know about you guys. I like having goofy fun with my friends, and it gives us lots of stuff to talk about. This moon is the Beaver moon, or frost moon. It's the time for stocking up and preparing for winter. For the Beaver part, it is all about storing up your harvest, everything you harvested, and preparing it for your hibernation part. And the other part of this moon is the action-oriented part of it, which is that what they would do is they would plant certain types of crop like ryegrass or something like that, and then you need to till it up and plant your seeds for next year in order for them to grow the next year. Because before refrigeration, you actually had to plant your seeds before winter and winterize them if they were going to grow, because seeds need to be buried in darkness for a long time, and most of them also need to be frozen for at least 6 weeks before they grow. So think about that if you feel like you're struggling to bloom at any point of your journey. I mean, it takes a lot for a seed, and in order for the plant to exist, it's got to destroy the seed. It's got to crack out of there. Okay, so for the rune, I'm going with romance, love, relationships, soulmates, and harmony. Now, the romance rune itself, because it's a divination symbol, it's not just about love relationships. It's not just about, sex and all that. It's not all about those kind of relationships. This is about all types of soulmates or love relationships, and anybody that you recognize as harmonizing with. For whatever reasons, you guys' vibrations tune well together. So those are the kind of relationships that you can romance. We all have, went and got your girlfriend who just broke up with somebody, and you've taken her out to dinner and a movie, and in a sense romanced her, or at least lightened her mood. That's what this stone is all about, is connecting with those around us. Like I said, those who deserve the loyalty and everything else that we bring to the table. It's about those connections. The stone I went with was green Aberdeen. Okay, here you go. So there's the rune, and the stone is green Aberdeen. This is for healing and perception and intelligence. And this is so that you can see the blockages that, or ways around blockages of reconnecting with these people that you recognize, that you harmonize with, especially after the last year and everything we have gone through over the last few months. It's shaken up a lot of stuff for a lot of people. The candle I went with, black. The absence of all colors, the absence of blockages, protection, repelling negativity, shape-shifting, and transforming. Now that's the important one, is all of this is all about trying to transform. I'm going to put you right there. For the oil, I went with dragon's blood, which is, potency, spice, all that good stuff. But mainly I chose it for balance, love, and sensuality. And what I mean by that, I mean not just in a sexual sense, but taste, touch, smell, all those things that pull us into the moments that we're missing. It's a great anxiety trick. If you're having a panic attack, they tell you to, look for like so many items that you can touch, so many items that you could do this, so many items that, and it's grounding you into the moment. So I like to do, what in this room can, what can you smell, what can you taste, what can you touch? And it grounds you back into whatever moment you're in, is what can you feel around you with the senses. So you're going to mix that dragon's blood resin powder into your oil. I tell everybody all the time too, you don't have to spend a lot of money. I use regular olive oil and flat out Walmart table salt in my stuff because that's not what's important. You don't have to buy expensive ingredients in order to do any of this stuff. I mean, if you don't have dragon's blood, look it up. Look up replacements to anything that I'm using. I try to say this every time I do these spell kits, that these are really a template for you to build a foundation of. They're just the energies that are working around us right now and what I personally am using to enhance these energies and to work with them, and so that I can flow easier and with a little bit more grace. So the dragon's blood for balance, love, and sensuality. For the herbs that I went with, lavender, rosehip, and sweet basil. Lavender for relieving stress and blockages. Rosehip for some more love, and the sweet basil for protection. Sweet basil is also good for love and a whole bunch of other things. Once again, I tell you guys, I use easy to find, I try to use easy to find ingredients for you guys. Now, for your spell paper this month, and before I get into that, let me light this. So when you light your charcoal, as always, fire safety, make sure that there is a mound of dirt or salt in the bottom of your dish so that it doesn't crack it. I keep a fire extinguisher under my desk. I always suggest all witches get fire extinguishers. So, on your spell petition this month, instead of writing any personal goals for yourself, or instead of what you're releasing, or instead of anything negative at all, I want you to think of at least 3 people that you would like to bless in any way, with whoever, just to bless with being able to move through this world with grace too. And you'll put their names on the paper. So, yeah. So you're going to light your charcoal. You're going to wait till it gets that good ring around it. Going to add our herbs in. We're going to consecrate our candle. First with the oil. Then with the herbs. And with the smoke. For your paper, this with the oil, sprinkle it with the herbs, seal it with the wax. Always do the 3 times fold. 3 times 3, make it be. Alright, so I always suggest that you sit and visualize with your candles. So what I would suggest sitting and visualizing is sitting and visualizing time spent with whoever it is that you're blessing here tonight with your petition on this full moon. And visualize all the sights, tastes, smells, and everything else that you could experience in these moments that you're sharing with these people, so that you can really ground yourself in your visualization and really bring that to the forefront for you. Don't worry about the hows or the whys or any of that craziness. Just visualize that you're already in that place of peace with them, doing something, I don't know, I'm a fire sign, fun or exciting. If you're envisioning that you're at the beach, really think about what the beach smells like, what it sounds like, what it feels like while you're visualizing yourself there with these people. Okay? And that is the big message and lunar lineup and the 13 moons, 13 runes spell kit for November 12th, 2019. I will catch you guys on the next full moon. Blessed be.